Diddy, we got an update, another update. Diddy's attorneys are still pushing to get your boy released. They put in another request for bail. This is probably the 11th one, and the judge is gonna decide ASAP. It depends when you're watching this video. He may have already made the decision, but the decision is said to be made on November 25th. So depending when you're watching this, the judge may have made his decision, but the attorneys, they're pushing to get your boy out. Another $50 million bond is on the table. I've spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. They're offering to have the phones, no internet, monitored 24/7, visitor log handed over, passports handed over for him and his family. There's a lot they're putting on the table. We'll see if the judge decides this time. It was supposed to be, the decision was supposed to be made last week, but the judge pushed it back to get more info from both the prosecutors and the defense. So we'll see what happens. I was reading something that said the judge, because initially Diddy's attorneys was trying to get Diddy to be on house arrest at the home. I think it was the crib in Miami, I want to say initially. But the judge, what I'm reading now, according to Forbes magazine, they say the judge is open to potentially releasing Diddy to confinement with around-the-clock security at a 3-bedroom apartment on Manhattan's Upper East Side. So, I mean, that's still not jail. And so we'll see if they do that. Prosecutors, on the other hand, they feel Diddy is a threat still. They feel that Diddy is trying to, even while in prison, in jail, influence potential witnesses. They're accusing Diddy of using other inmates' phone calls, paying them to use their phone calls to influence and call other people. I don't know how true it is, the accusations, but that's what they are accusing him of. Diddy did have a win this week, I guess you could call it, where prosecutors were ordered to turn over these documents. They raided Diddy's cell apparently recently. They claimed they were doing this raid to prevent use of like drugs and weapons, etc. But while in there, they apparently took pictures of confidential documents that Diddy may have had in his cell. And Diddy's lawyers are arguing that that is violating the client-attorney privilege. And the judge agreed and ordered them to get rid of any copies they have of these handwritten notes that they got while in the cell. So that's a W, I guess. A win is a win. One of the arguments in Diddy's defense and why they are pushing for bail again is because of the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO. It was revealed recently that he got bail and he was facing similar charges to what Diddy is facing. And he was able to get bond and bailed out for $10 million. And Diddy facing these same crimes. Why is he being held and his bail and bond being denied, but the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO is able to be out? A lot of people hate when race come up, but if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. And of course, the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO is a white man. So there's that. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think they have a good argument, especially when you compare it to that. And when you look at what they are offering up, it's like, I personally feel like is no real reason to deny it. Like your man's is basically offering anything except his boxes at this point. So it's like to keep him in there is really just to keep him in there and to teach him a lesson at the end of the day. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. What else I wanted to mention regarding this situation with Diddy? Oh, prosecutors also was accusing Diddy of orchestrating this birthday phone call that was posted on Diddy's birthday. It was a phone call, you probably seen it, where all his children were in a room and they had Diddy on speaker, and his youngest baby, the cutest baby, was singing happy birthday to Diddy through the phone. And he's saying, you know, I love y'all, see y'all soon, blah, blah, blah. Prosecutors are accusing him of intentionally putting that out to try to sway potential jurors. And I'm like, out of all of the many lawsuits that has been coming out about Diddy, where Diddy's lawyer has tried to get a gag order in place so that these people, you could still file your lawsuits, but that y'all can't be talking to the press. Why? Because that could potentially sway jurors. And the judge decided, let them talk. If y'all could be okay with that being put out there, it's like, how dare y'all accuse him of putting this video out there to try to sway jurors? Y'all don't think that all of these other lawsuits is gonna potentially sway jurors as well? Fair is fair, right? So that's my thing on it. If y'all are gonna continue to allow people to publicly put out their accusations against Diddy, then he should be able to publicly put out birthday videos. If that's even the real reason. I don't think that was the case. I mean, me personally, as a juror, potential juror, I wouldn't have looked at that birthday video and feel like, oh, let me let him out. Like, if he's a monster, he's a monster, and I'm gonna vote guilty. At the end of the day, that video wouldn't sway that. But on the other hand, hearing many different lawsuits being put out in the press, unfounded yet, would sway me more than a happy birthday video. So someone said it actually made me more upset with him. Your family needs you and you're out acting a damn fool. Yeah, I get it. I get it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Another thing real quick regarding Diddy, the sidebar, is Shyne is putting out a new documentary where he's basically accusing Diddy of forcing him, or I guess making him take the fall for that infamous shooting that happened back in '99. We all know the case by now. Shyne ended up serving time in prison, ended up being deported, all of that. And he's accusing Diddy in this new documentary of orchestrating the ordeal and paying people to testify against him and making him take the fall. Diddy's lawyers has sent a cease-and-desist for the documentary. And it's not to get it to not air. That's not the goal of the cease-and-desist, but it's to ensure that the facts are presented within it. I don't know how that's going to go, because if you looked at the trailer, it looks like it's ready to go right now. I don't know when it's supposed to air, but I don't know what this cease-and-desist is supposed to do. If the goal isn't to get it removed, you want them to go back in and edit it or edit some stuff out. I'm not sure, but the cease-and-desist is in the works. Someone said those lawsuits are civil. Are prosecutors responsible for that regarding the Diddy lawsuits? I would say they're not responsible for it, but if the judge is going to deny the gag order, I guess, for them to be able to be presented publicly in the press, then it definitely is a gain on the prosecutor's end, because it is not a good look at the end of the day, regardless. And at the end of the day, they're just accusations until they are played out in court and or he's found guilty of them. They're just accusations. But yeah, I think that's all I got for Diddy. We'll see if he gets his bail approved this time or if they'll have to go again. By the time they smell these bail requests, the trial will be here and he would have waited it out. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you rock with your boy, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, it's called Holliewood and Friends, which means I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the topics I just discussed. I appreciate you. New episodes every Monday night. Until next time, deuces.